Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. 3 men injured in St. Anne Highway collision. 3 men were injured Thursday morning when the Mitsubishi truck they were traveling in collided with a trailer along the Edward Sioka Highway in Miami Bay, St. Anne. The men were traveling from Kingston en route to Montego Bay, St. James when the crash occurred approximately 7 a.m. Firefighters were quick on the scene after being summoned. We were coming down the hill and were driving a little speed at the time. The brake couldn't stop at the time, so we hit in the trailer, one of the men told reporters while tending to his injuries. The front of the truck was badly damaged following the accident. It is understood that a woman who was traveling along the roadway stopped to render assistance by putting a neck brace on the driver of the Mitsubishi. He was subsequently placed on the gurney by firefighters. Assistance was also provided to another occupant who was taken to hospital. The driver of the trailer was not injured. Farmer fatally shot while tending goats in Clarendon. A goat farmer was fatally shot by a gunman in Bushy Park, Clarendon on Wednesday morning. The deceased, who police identified as 32-year-old David Lewis, otherwise called Beckham, from Bushy Park, was reportedly tending to his animals when he was shot. It was reported that around 9:20 a.m., Lewis was attending to his goats when he was approached by a man armed with a gun. The man shot him multiple times and escaped on foot. Lewis was rushed to the Maypen Hospital, where he underwent treatment for a gunshot wound to his upper body. He later succumbed to his injuries. No motive has been established for the attack, the police stated. Free toll use on Maypen to Williamsville leg of highway until end of year. Motorists eager to use the Maypen to Williamsville leg of Highway 2000 will be able to do so without paying a toll until December 31, 2023. Prime Minister Andrew Holness made the announcement during the official opening ceremony for the highway on Thursday. The government has taken the decision to start tolling on December 31st, he stated. The Maypen to Williamsville Highway project, which will reduce travel time from Kingston to Mandeville and other points west, was originally scheduled for completion in October 2022. This was then changed to January 2023 and later to March 2023. The highway project includes the design and construction of approximately 23 kilometers of a 4-lane arterial divided highway on a new aligned and the upgrading of approximately 5 kilometers of the existing Melrose bypass to a 4-lane rural arterial divided highway.
It gives me great pleasure to officially open the Maypen to Williamsville Highway. I am told that the various processes and negotiations with the toll operator are underway and that all should be in place to commence tolling by the end of November. However, the government has taken the decision to start tolling on December 31st, 2023. Users will be able to drive on the Maypen to Williamsville leg of the highway without charge until the end of this calendar year.
Soldier held with more than $40,000 appears in court. A member of the Jamaica Defense Force, who was arrested for having more than $40,000 in his possession at the Sangsa International Airport in Montego Bay, made his first appearance in the St. James Court on Wednesday. The defendant, Dwayne Forbes, is charged with concealing criminal property, bringing in criminal property into Jamaica, possession of criminal property, and transporting cash exceeding $10,000. He is represented by attorney at law Michael Hemmings. Allegations are that on August 8, Forbes arrived on an incoming flight to Jamaica at the Sangsa International Airport and was checked by security personnel. During the routine check, $40,400 was allegedly found in his possession, which he could not account for and had not previously been declared. It is further alleged that during the subsequent interrogation, Forbes stated that he had made an arrangement to collect the money and deliver it to an unidentified person in exchange for a percentage of the funds. He was subsequently arrested and charged with the breaches of the Proceeds of Criminal Act. During Wednesday's hearing, Hemmings informed the court that he had documents to prove that his client had declared the money. The attorney also stated that he was in possession of the relevant documents relating to the case and would need some of the time to review them. Presiding Judge Sasha Marie Smith Ashley then set the matter for mention on October 3rd and extended Forbes bail. Violence in schools does not represent education sector, says Williams. Determined not to allow the violence seen in schools last year to once again define their academic term, Education Minister Favor Williams has urged students, teachers and parents to work together to make positive changes. I know that when you see the things in social media, we tend to think that it is representative of the education sector, but I am here to say it is not. Those videos of children fighting is not representative of the education sector, he said. Williams was speaking at a recent event at St. Hilda's Diocesan High School in St. Anne to mark the launch of the academic year. The theme for this year is education, transformation, enabling and maximizing students' talents and abilities. The Education Minister urged those gathered to play their role in forging a bright future for Jamaica through education transformation. Let us embrace, trend its vision for the transformation of education for national development. Let us commit to enabling maximizing the talents and abilities of every Jamaican student. I know that together we can build a stronger, more inclusive and prosperous Jamaica where every child's potential is unlocked and no talent is left undiscovered, she said. I know that 99.9% of you wake up every day very early to take the bus or whatever transportation you have to take or walk to get to school. You get back home and you work because you have a purpose in mind, and we're here to highlight what is good about the education sector, she added. She contrasts that approach of scenes of violence that made their way onto social media last year. In one incident, a teacher at Clarendon School was caught on camera engaging in a tussle with a student. In another incident in April, 2 students of Torrance High School had to be rushed to hospital after they were involved in a fight at the institution. In her call for collaboration in the transformation taking place, the Education Minister stressed the government's commitment to improving the infrastructure and technology within schools. If you read the Education Transformation Report, which was produced by the Commission that the Prime Minister put together to study the education sector, a major pillar of change, a major pillar of transformation is infrastructure and technology in our schools, Williams stated. They need to be modernized or brought up to speed with the 21st century. We're talking about STEM education, and so we're on an ambitious journey to invest more in the infrastructure and technology over schools. It is going to take us some time to do because it's physical work and you have to have it done. There is planning, there is designing, but we are committed, she stated. During the ceremony, a number of schools from across the country showcased their innovative abilities. Students of Grange Hill High represented Costco Salt, a machine that easily grinds coconut, while a team from Jamaica College showed off their robust jackfruit, which nibbles stacked plastic containers onto a pole. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell